I'm Arianne Cohen. I am the world's preeminent tall expert, and I'm also the author of the tall book, A Celebration of Life from on High. The book is my personal journey to understand being tall, because 30% of the population is tall, and I thought that we needed to know how it affects our dating life and our work life and everybody around us, and kind of what's really going on there. And I really wanted to create a foundational knowledge in one book that sort of condensed everything you might ever want to know about being tall, so that just if something happens, you're walking down the street and someone's like, yo dude, you're really tall, you could look it up in a book and understand what was going on better. There is no listing for tall in the card catalog. Tall does not even have a Dewey Decimal entry, nothing, zero. And I was really sort of devastated by this. I mean, I was a 5'3", 8-year-old, and this was devastating stuff, because this was kind of the main focus of my angst at that age. And the librarian, I asked her to kind of come over and help me. Like, there must be some mistake. Did the tall card happen to fall out of the card catalog? And she told me that tallness isn't really something that people write books about. So I really wanted to change that. And you look at a graph of the annual income of the whole country, what you actually see is that 20% of personal income is moving from short people to tall people, and kind of on the scope of the economy at whole, that's absolutely an enormous amount of money, and kind of has a huge impact. At the same time, tall people, they're wealthy, they're successful, they're 90% more likely to become CEOs, and just generally tend to rise in the ranks in any industry that they're in. The world is not built for tall people, and that's hard sometimes. I did a lot of work on kind of design and talking to companies and designers and architects, and the world is built for average sized people, and that's difficult sometimes. I mean, just to not fit. I mean, I'm 6'3", which is, tall, but there are many men who are taller than I am. And I don't fit on New York City subways, I don't fit on New York City buses, I can't find clothes. So there's a kind of a big challenge to living in a place that is so clearly not built for you at all. Really brought to light the challenge of capturing tall on film, because the problem is, if you're standing by yourself and somebody takes a picture, you don't actually look tall. So there were a lot of tools that were involved. In the Vogue photo shoot, I stood on a roof ledge, and if you happen to see the picture, know that there was no fence or no kind of net behind me. That was the roof ledge. And I was in 4-inch heels under a dress, so if you kind of look at the picture, you'll know that my waist is like 3/4 of the way up my body, because I was in these heels that were like this. For the Observer magazine photo shoot, the concept was that my head would be busting through the headline of where it said Observer magazine. So I had to kind of look up and come up with what facial expression one would give when their head was busting through a headline. So that was fun. We also tried ladders. That didn't really work. There's a picture of me touching my toes in the article, mostly because it makes my legs look really long, which is accurate. But as a general rule, it's a major challenge to look tall in photo shoots.